Screenshot le question so that uzomana ujonga apha kuyo as siqhuba nale activity today. That is question number 3. Okay, a group of learners uses the reaction of clean magnesium ribbon with dilute hydrochloric acid to investigate factors that influence the rate of reaction. So the rate of reaction is the dependent variable. Then the factors will be the independent variable. Okay. Now ithi ngokulento the magnesium reacts with 2 molecules of HCl. Then we get magnesium chloride and hydrogen, which is a gas. Now since gas layer, we can collect it by using the syringe. So apparatus esingayisebenzisa is a syringe. Okay, then they say delta H is less than 0. So when delta H is less than 0, says the reaction is exothermic because of that the delta H. So exothermic which lower. It is the above reaction exothermic or endothermic, and Shilo it is exothermic reaction because delta H is less than 0, meaning that the temperatures are increasing. Temperatures are increasing. So let's just have that in mind. Okay. In one of the experiment, 5 grams of magnesium ribbon was added to the hydrochloric acid solution. If 30 centimeter cube dilute hydrochloric acid solution of concentration is used up in a minute, calculate the average reaction rate in mole per second. So it we need the number of moles to calculate the rate, and the time must be in in second. Now we need the number of moles, so the rate will be equal to change in number of moles, because SI units is change in number of moles per second. All right. Then the time delta t is equal to 1 minute. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, which means ixesha lethu funeka silitshintshile to seconds. So we say 1 times 60 to convert minutes to the seconds, because each up it in mole per second. So nexesha must be in second. Now we need the number of moles that we used up, then we calculate the rate. So we have the concentration, which is equal to 1,5 mole per dm cube. So it's another concentration. Then we also have the volume, which is 30 centimeter cube. So it's another volume which is 30 cm cube. So divide ngabani 1000 to change the centimeter cube to dm cube. So we get 0,03 dm cube. So this is the volume esoyisebenzisa. Let's use let data to calculate the number of moles. N is equal to CV. This is the formula. So the concentration is 1,5 concentration times the volume is 0,03. Then sicofe i-calculator yethu. So the number of moles is then showing usibale i-rate. Remember, the rate is equal to change in number of moles over change in time. This was completely used up, which means finally we have 0 moles of HCl. So the rate is change in number of moles, in this case change in number of moles over delta T. So the number of moles final minus the number of moles initial divided by delta T. So the number of moles final is 0 because it is completely used up. Izoba 0 minus initial nazi number of moles initial 0,045. 0,045 divided by the time is 60 seconds. Delta T is 60 seconds. So ixesha lethu ibe 60 seconds pha, sibhale pha 60. Then sicofe i-calculator. Sicofe i-calculator. Sibe sigqibile, that is the rate. Okay, let's go up back to the question. Okay, so we're done with this question. The volume of hydrogen gas produced as a function of time in this experiment is represented by graph S below. So we have graph S. As you can see, unale ndawo ingathi flat lapha, bele ndawo steep kakhulu, abanale ndawo ke ngoku yehlayo pha itsho ke ngoku ikhweze ibe flat. How does the rate of reaction changes between, write down increase, decrease, or remain the same? Masijonge pha between 1 no 2, that is here. The rate here is increasing, as you can see that it becomes steeper. So the rate there is increasing, increases. The answer is increases for A. Then they say use collision theory to explain. Now, if you can look here, the delta H is less than 0, meaning that the temperature increases, which means we are going to talk about the temperature that is increasing. Temperature increases, increases. Temperature increases in exothermic reaction, that is delta H is less than 0, meaning that the temperature is increasing. Okay, so if the temperature is increasing, the speed or the average speed of particles as well as average kinetic energy increases. So ibullet yesibini, the average speed or the average kinetic energy increases ngenxa yoba ku-increase ntoni? I-temperature. So that will simply mean that there are more particles with EK now, EK which is greater or equal to activation energy. There are many particles that are able to react now. So which means more effective collisions, more effective collisions will occur per unit time. Therefore, the rate of reaction per increases. So this is how we answer this. So choose increase per, then they say use the collision theory to explain. Sabuyela back to the equation. Safumanisa uba the reaction there is exothermic, meaning that the temperature increases. So thetha ngala temperature increasayo as the reaction proceeds. So yeah, increase up. Okay. Then let's look at this one. Between T2 and T3, the rate decreases here. The rate decreases. Uyayibona nawe ifuna uba flat, decreases. The reason yoba i-rate lapha ifuna decrease is because that the particles are used up. For example, if we can talk about hydrochloric acid, there are few particles of hydrochloric acid. The concentration of hydrochloric acid in the solution decreases because kudala isenzeka reaction pha, so concentration pha okanye number of particles in that container decreases. Or we can also talk about this one. Since this one is solid, so the surface area, the surface area of magnesium ribbon decreases. Then if we talk about this one, since in aqueous solution, the concentration of HCl decreases. That is why the rate decreases. Okay. In another experiment, they added 5 grams of magnesium ribbon to 30 centimeter cube of dilute hydrochloric acid of concentration 1,5 mole per dm cube. Now, if we can look here, there is nothing etshintshileyo apha. Yonke into pha iyafana. If you can look here, go experiment number 1, for example, no? Then this one is experiment number 2. That is another experiment. Everything is the same. There is 5 grams of magnesium, 30 centimeter cube of dilute hydrochloric acid. Kuzo zoyi-2 as container. Kuzo zoyi-2 as reactions. So bathi ke ngoku apha, they obtained graph T below. Now if you can look at T, naku T. Uthi is more steeper than S. Kodwa yonke i-condition iyafana, meaning that ikhona into eyenziweyo. Ikhona into eyenziweyo kule reaction. Okay, kuthiwa give 2 possible reasons why T differs from S. They can increase the surface area of magnesium ribbon. Bayikhathi bezi-pieces land. That is, they are increasing the surface area, or they are increasing the state of division. So into bangayenza lapha. So if they increase the surface area, the rate of reaction of T will be high, as you can see. Okanye they can add the catalyst. If they add catalyst, therefore any reaction le with catalyst will be higher, or the rate will be greater here. Ngenxa ye-catalyst. That is reason number 2. Okanye they can increase the temperature. They can increase the temperature of the reaction. By increase a temperature up kule reaction le reaction. So it's a catalyst, it's a temperature, it's a surface area. But ke question bihleli ifune 2, so sabhala 3 thina. Let's go to question number 4. That was question number 3. Thank you.